Boom, and we live. Welcome to the Cold Truth Podcast, where we tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and don't care how you feel about it. I'm your host, White Boy Chris. We got DC and Rod. Gonna have a couple more people joining us later, but we're gonna get right into this NFL draft. Rod say he got some shit he want to talk, but I got some shit I want to talk. Somebody need to explain to me Howie Smith got to have a house in Atlanta. Your GM got to have a house in Atlanta, DC.
Huh?
I
Hey,
said your GM got to have a house in Atlanta. That nigga
hey,
was at Magic City and went down to goddamn Georgia,
hey,
and just said, "I'm picking all you niggas up."
hey, we paying under the table.
Bro, that motherfucker got all the Georgia defensive players. Then he went and traded for DeAndre Swift. And I was like, damn, that nigga went to Georgia.
Hey, you gotta learn chemistry might be better than talent sometimes.
Shit, that nigga said talent, nigga. 'Cause all the talent at Georgia.
Like, for real.
All of it at Georgia. I said, damn.
Yeah, we might hire the Georgia coach.
Might as well.
Shit.
Put him at
I was looking, I
coordinator.
said, damn, this nigga done got everybody from Georgia. I said, nigga, that ain't even the Philadelphia Eagles no more. That's the Georgia Eagles.
Nah, for real, for real.
We looking good though.
Nah, them Eagles, I ain't gonna lie to you. Fuck them damn Eagles, but god damn, they know what the hell they doing.
The Georgia Eagles,
They
bro.
know. Mm,
Ah,
mm.
So I guess we'll kick shit. I guess we'll kick it off though. Rod, guess you gonna get the solo since you already got faith in this young man. Go and talk your talk.
No, man, I'm out here, man. A lot of motherfuckers talking shit. You know, oh, Cowboys should have went and did this. Cowboys should have went and got a tight end first. They should have got an offensive guard, nigga. I mean, I would have went and got an offensive guard if the other dudes went off the board already. But man, to me, man, this man Mozzie Smith, the second best D tackle in this draft, man. But this man got hands, it's gonna put you back. Once he touch you, it's over with, man. The Cowboys was, giving up 120 some yards per game before Jonathan Hankins got there. 120, they're 130 yards per game. That's how awful we were at stopping the run, man. Cowboys say fuck all the extra shit. We know we can we know we can rush the pass. We know we got decent enough cornerbacks. Our safety's decent. Only thing we had a big ass issue with was stopping the damn run.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So what you go do? You go get one of the biggest men out there to go stop that damn run. And a lot of people are like, oh well, he ain't got no pass rush technique. I ain't worried about no pass rush technique. I'm trying to stop that goddamn run. But also, man, he has to put a little pressure on the quarterback as well. His whole main job was to take on two people, clog up the hole, stop the run. He wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? His role wasn't even trying to go get the quarterback like that for real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, he's athletic, he quick, he fast, he can move, and he's strong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that, the Cowboys made some, I think a lot of teams this this draft made some reaches as far as considered on what's a lot of people's boards. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you this. I see the draft, how I see the damn draft is basically uh these teams got their own goddamn board. They not worried about no goddamn board that we see on TV every goddamn day. Mel Kiper and them, they not worried about them goddamn boards, man. They got their own goddamn boards and they ain't paying attention to none of that shit.
I think I
so,
think the
so you
Cowboys
personally,
have
but
a.
for you
Oh,
personally though,
go
you
ahead.
happy with the pickup?
I'm happy with the pickup. When the last time we can say the Cowboys had an awful draft? Besides picking up the last bad pick was Taco. Yeah. If
True.
you want to talk about, a top pickup.
Yeah, we haven't
We
missed
always have
on
a good
a.
draft, bro.
Yeah, we haven't missed on a first rounder in quite some time. Pretty much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I believe my boy Will McClay. He always, you know what I'm saying, he the hitting GM for real. So he always
I can feel that. I can feel that.
What's going on, Sleazeballs?
What's
I
going
got
on
up
with
in
you?
here.
What up
Nobody
with you?
even greeted me, man.
I was gonna get to you because I already see the name. Hemi Butler is here.
Himmy's here.
Man, he need to change it
Himmy's
because
here. Hey,
he
what we talking about? I'm not even
believing
gonna
Jimmy.
change the subject, though, y'all. You know, I ain't gonna be like DC, man. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be a team player and talk about whatever the hell we talking about.
But
I
nah,
ain't gonna change the subject, man.
we just going over the draft right now though.
Oh,
Rod was giving his spiel on, you see who he got as
yeah, I was hearing
his
that
avatar
bullshit.
picture.
Yeah, he got
I'm
that
about to say
bullshit.
we wasn't talking about
Yeah,
nothing, Dre.
yeah.
Yeah, ain't that some shit,
Five
dog?
minutes of some
Lips
Cowboys
just be
bullshit.
moving. Lips just
Hey,
be moving. That's all I hear.
like I said, man. But what y'all feel about that boy Will Levis sliding down the way he slid?
Look, man. That's
uh,
the thing I will give the GMs this year, man. They recognize birds. We recognize birds. They recognize donkeys. That entire time, you tell me this. When during the college football season did y'all hear the name Will Levis? When did y'all
Not
hear
one
it?
time.
Never.
How many times do they try to sell us these donkeys? Every single year, they'll bring up some donkey we never heard of all year and tell us this man is supposed to be a top 10 draft. I never heard of Will Levis.
It's always
Never,
a white quarterback, nigga. It's always a white
yeah,
quarterback.
they try to slide him in there every single year. They try to slide in Josh Rosen. They try to slide in Carson Wentz. They try to slide in Blake Bortles. They slide in all these quarterbacks we've never heard of all year and tell us that they're supposed to be able to play quarterback. They slid in Zach Wilson. They do it every single year. But this year, the GMs did not bite the cheese. They did not bite the cheese.
Yeah, you damn
So,
sure ain't lying on that Zach
yeah,
Wilson. I'd never seen him play a BYU game a
no,
day in my. Yeah, you not lying.
he had a pro day where he rolled out to the left and threw the goddamn ball, and they said he was Patrick Mahomes. I said, this man was playing against Mormons for the last 4 years, and you want to tell me that he's an NFL starting quarterback? Man, get out of here.
hey,
Get
Dre,
out.
though,
Man, I ain't got time for that.
are we being
Huh?
are we being biased by the color of our skin?
Yes, man, are you kidding me? I got time for that. Get his ass on. Get his ass on. The last
I'll be
Mormon
real with
quarterback
you.
was
I ain't
Steve
never
Young.
seen a black quarterback come out of nowhere. Name
Look,
one. You got to be one of the top teams to be a black quarterback to actually,
let
you
me
know what
come
I'm
out
saying,
there playing.
get talked about.
I'm telling you, yeah, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do
I,
that.
not,
Instead of going to that one white quarterback that come out of nowhere, nobody has ever heard of in their entire
And,
life, and
and
say,
they
"Oh,
say they're more NFL ready than Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson played SEC football. I don't care if it was just 11 games. He played SEC football. Him playing 11 SEC football games, it to me shows more than what's his name, Zach Wilson out there playing against the Mormons. Come on, man.
Trey Lance come out of
all right,
nowhere.
so if you saying that about him, right? What do y'all feel about the ABCU?
Man, get your ass up out of here. Go play in the Negro League.
I'm just saying that you think they should have had more.
Hey, chill out.
Now,
Hey.
I'm in trouble, man. Cut all that stuff out, man. They gonna find me at work. Man. Cut all that out, man.
Did they look? You think more HBCU people should have made it?
No. And again,
Hell no.
and to me,
Hell no.
we got to understand film is important. Film is important. I don't care. You can sit there and talk about, I'm going to represent yada, yada, yada. That's cool, but it comes at a cost. Everything you do on film now, you got to understand it's going to have an asterisk next to it. They're going to say, they're not playing against Power 5 competition. So even if you're running perfect routes and getting open, even if hell, you're scraping over the top of that tackle and you're making tackles in the backfield, they're always going to say you're not doing it against Power 5 competition. So that's one of the downfalls of it. You said you said you want to fight the power. That's cool, man.
So we got a comment. They said Will Levis showed flashes the last couple of years.
Flash
Anthony
what?
Richardson is trash.
Flashes of what? Who wrote that comment? We got people.
Yeah, it's people on the live on the YouTube.
Man, dog, tell that man, you go ahead and draft him in fantasy. And see
He
how
watching. Oh, he listening. He listening.
tell that man to draft him in fantasy. And put money in a money league, not in your church league. You gonna have him as your starter quarterback in your money league, and you gonna tell me how many flashes you see.
All right, so look. So what y'all saying is, if they don't go to a top school or play top talent, that they not good.
No, I
No, we're not
Because
saying
what I'm
that.
hold on. Because what I'm saying is, it's a lot of players in the HBCU that's actually cold, but might not be smart enough to get to the actual big schools you're talking about.
Now, HBCU grade requirements are higher than a lot of these Power 5 schools.
Not all of them.
Some of those HBCUs GPA requirement is higher. For
Not
the
all of them. I'm just saying. So if Travis Hunter would have went to the draft, where do you think he would have been drafted at?
Look, man.
Hey, DC. First of all, bro, there'd be a lot of HBCU. Jerry Rice, one of the greatest.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not doing that.
HBCU.
Hold on. Talk about.
CO.
What? No, that's trash. That's trash. Hold on.
Like, so I
I heard that. Look, I
We
heard
talking
that
about recently though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's trash, and we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna talk about the old school, the bullshit where so that's where all the talent was coming from then. We're talking about now. Now we know everybody can go anywhere now. And now we're talking about Alabama, Georgia, and all these big states. We're not gonna go back to
Well, I tell you one thing: if that cornerback coming from Deion was coming to the draft, I don't give a damn who he playing. That nigga was getting coached by Deion Sanders.
But y'all gotta understand this. We look at like you're talking about a name. Names don't matter as much. I can't tell you who Patrick Mahomes all the way throughout until he got to college, but I know he can ball. It's not always about a big name guy. Oh, Deion Sanders coach. We know Deion Sanders is a great player, but we don't know how great of a coach he is. We know Michael Jordan was a phenomenal player.
He a trash GM.
Call it to the ground. It's just because you are a great player doesn't mean you're a great teacher. Deion Sanders did a great job at HBCU level. Now
I want to see what he does now.
Huh?
I want to see what he does now. I want to see if that's going to translate.
What he does at the Power 5 level. Because at Colorado, he's going to learn really quick. It's not just about recruiting. Now you got to hire the right coaches. Now you got to be in the right scheme. And now you got to be able to make adjustments. At first, when he's over there in HBCU, you could go get 5 4-stars and 5 stars and go out there and win games. It's glorified 13th grade high school. But now everybody has 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. What are you going to do with yours? He just had how many kids transfer out of there? I get it.
51.
But now you have no.
Is that a problem?
Huh?
Like, bro, I would take 61 motherfuckers out of there if they go 1 for 11 again.
Look,
they not even supposed to be playing. They just needed a football team for money. For 11-1, that means you're not a real.
But if I'm a head coach,
it's a money gig after that.
If I'm a head coach, the first thing I'm going to say is me being at this campus is going to make this team better. I don't necessarily have to clean house right away. I know I'm going to install my culture. I'm going to bring my coaching staff in there. And just those 2 things alone, we're going to be a better team. I don't think he's been there long enough to evaluate the talent that he has. I mean, I would at least give these guys a year before you start cleaning house. Yeah. Evaluate the team.
Hold on. Respectfully, just like you just told me, they see film. Bro, the same people that as low as 1 for 11, I think that's a more than evaluation. That's a whole year. What more do you want to watch a nigga that go 1 for 11? That means you can look at film.
That film is up from a different coach. They're coached by
a different system.
They're in a different scheme. I would give them a spring. Go through spring ball
get through the spring games first. Get through the spring games at least. Yeah, you get
DC.
Well, yeah,
they just had spring games.
They just had spring games. Them players was gone before the spring games even started.
No. I forgot it happened after.
He announced that he was going to be there.
DC, in the first team meeting, he told those guys
first
get
one
the transfer portal. The first
day meeting. That's first thing he said.
And I don't see
they wanted to stay in there. They wanted to stay into the end.
I hear y'all, but respectfully, y'all can't give him both sides of the coin. You can't say, oh, it's gonna be a different ball game. That talent ain't gonna work on this level. And then when he gets there, the team that's went 1-for-11 that he just watched be ass that did not care about
But
winning
here's the
at all.
thing,
And
DC.
say he
This is the
go kick
thing.
him out.
He's
Get him the
only
DC,
fuck
this is
out of there.
DC. The only thing wrong with your logic is that we can't sit here and act like the whole just because they went 1-11 that the
Yeah,
whole entire team was trash. I'm
trash.
not gonna
Plenty
sit
of
there and just say that
yeah.
like
Hey,
it's still talent even on bad teams. So I
yes,
understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, they went 1-11, but for you to walk into a building before, like, yeah, you can see all the film you want to, but I mean, I know I may be jumping going to another level. Look at Andy Reid. We literally was clowning Juju Smith-Schuster, and you had people wondering if he should be out the league. Andy Reid go picks up that clown ass nigga and makes him work in his system, and he go gets him a ring. He got
that's
him,
that.
and now so you can't just go
Nah,
into a situation with a bad team and just be like, okay,
yeah.
I'm a clean house.
it
You
ain't.
gotta at least get
Look,
through the you
And
gotta at
so
and
look.
least get
Chris,
through the spring game. You gotta at
Nah,
least get
look,
through
look.
the spring
I hear
game.
But
you. I
DC,
hear you.
back
But
on
what I'm
that.
saying
Look at the
is this.
Giants.
DC, you
Giants
got
was
to hear this.
trash.
This is kind of what we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Dion is able to do that at the HBCU level. That's kind
Uh-huh.
of like a high school way of going about things, a high school AAU way about going about it. If I get a head coach basketball position, I'm at a sorry school, man, I'm gonna go over there to them Duncanville rec centers. I'm gonna go there to them DeSoto rec centers, and I'm gonna start picking some kids up, tell them, hey man, you come over here and play for us. Boom, it's
Uh-huh.
a quick Band-Aid fix to get some wins. You cannot do that in the Power 5 level. You can't do that in the Power 5 level.
Okay, can I
Everybody
got one
have
question?
4 or 5 star recruits.
All right,
You
can I
got
no,
to
hold on.
evaluate talent and you got to coach your kids. You
No,
can't
no,
just
hold on.
kids.
Now that you just said all that, right? And now I 100% agree. I'm saying to you is that what the hell do y'all expect can be even worse than 1-from-11?
You're look
Like, how
again.
is it going to get that bad?
Okay, DC, but again,
Like, what is your
we're talking
my
about
bad, my
a
bad? Let me switch it.
football program.
What
The guys that are playing,
I'm saying,
they're
what
probably
are your
mainly
expectations?
what the guys that are
What is
playing
your
are mainly
this
seniors
next
and
season?
juniors, probably. You got a whole set of freshmen. You got redshirt freshmen. You got sophomores that probably did not touch the field. So you got kids on that roster that there is no film on yet. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it makes no sense to go clean house. This isn't an NFL team or an NBA team. Do you know how many kids are on a college football program? There's so many kids that don't have film that you did not evaluate yet. A lot of those kids that did have film probably have already graduated. They're gone. You have so many kids to work with.
maybe I'm looking at this wrong because I want to see what y'all think too. Because going in the transfer portal, right? Is that means the coach strictly kicking you off the team, or can players actually do the transfer portal themselves?
You can
So
do
how
it
do we
on your
know?
own.
Both.
But again, the kids will see the
Yeah,
writing
so
on
I'm
the
not,
wall.
how you know the kids just don't got it and they don't feel like they're gonna make it there?
But like he said, his very first meeting, he basically told them, I don't want y'all.
Nah, he didn't say
Think
that, bro.
about
I
it.
watched the
He
meeting,
know
bro.
it. Go watch the damn
No, he
video.
did not say that, bro.
Go
DC,
watch the
He did not
video.
say that, bro. No,
No,
DC,
when
I
he
mean,
said,
DC,
look, when he
DC.
go
said, I
watch
tell you what he
the
said.
video.
I watched the whole clip. What he said
Hold
was,
on.
anything y'all
I'm
had before
gonna
I
let you
came
finish
here is
this, and I'm
dead
gonna
now.
let you respond,
There was gonna
please.
be some people that's gonna be some starters. There's gonna be more people coming over, and there's gonna be some people that's not gonna be here. But at the end of the day, is if you follow everything that I'm telling you to do, and you show me everything, then you're gonna either be on the team or you're not. He didn't
No.
say he gonna clean
He
house.
announced
It was not like that.
he'll
It
be the
was not like
Bro,
starter.
that,
I
man.
watched the whole 32-minute clip when he went to the Colorado for the first time. I watched what he said.
All right.
It
But
wasn't like, I don't want y'all.
DC, this is what I talk about. That's neither here nor there. We're talking about an NFL draft, and you lured us into this Deion Sanders shit. Chris, what was our next subject, man?
Oh no, I was gonna let I was gonna let respond to that, and then we was gonna move on.
Oh, nah, you're right, man. Like I said, DC, because over the quarterback of Colorado, he didn't even let him have a quarterback battle with his son.
No.
The first day, he said, pretty much, my son's a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
How's that fair to the previous
He
QB
was
that's worked his ass
awful.
off?
He won one game.
It's,
What do you mean?
it's this.
He's talking about it.
He's awful.
Hold on. What do you mean battle? Bro, if you're the coach of the team, that's a position that sometimes don't need a battle. It's
No,
it man.
always
You
had
gotta
that.
realize Hurts, the one that just went to the Super Bowl, lost his motherfucking spot, even though he was playing great. So sometimes it's not a battle. Whoever the fuck you want as a quarterback.
What do you mean? That's
Okay.
exactly what it's supposed to be. There should always be
Absolutely.
competition.
Y'all just gonna agree to this.
Program.
Because watch this. If a white coach brought his white son to a black school,
Oh, what?
and that shit happens.
And that's
it's
crazy you about to say that. No, that's crazy you say that, and I hate. And that's one thing I don't like what that black people do. Now all of a sudden we want to go back and forth. When nigga, it was been like that for years. What are you talking? Now that a black nigga doing it, it's a problem. No, my nigga, that white people doing it for years.
Man, move on with this shit,
Man,
man.
y'all
This is
crazy,
what we
bro.
talking about.
We're gonna go on to the next
Move on
topic.
with this.
But what's the so we all saw who y'all think won the draft overall though?
Nigga, the Eagles. What you talking about, nigga? And we
Nah,
beat the Super Bowl.
Calm down.
What y'all
I
talking
think
about?
All right, nigga, y'all got a
Man.
great y'all got a great player. That don't mean y'all won.
Great player. Nigga, we had the best draft.
Ooh,
Name
snap.
one other team that had a better draft than us. I'll wait.
I
I'll
think
let y'all. Matter of fact,
Pittsburgh
I'ma
had a
shut up.
damn good draft. Pittsburgh had a good draft.
And they had better
Pittsburgh
one.
had a great draft.
Houston had a good draft. I give both of them A
That's
pluses.
what I was gonna
Are
say.
they gonna be better than
I
the
was
Eagles?
gonna say, you
No, they're not gonna be better, but nigga, they're getting
probably
better.
got the best defensive player.
Who?
Houston. I feel Houston got the best quarterback in this draft, and they probably got the best defensive player in the draft too.
I think Will Anderson is the best defensive player in this draft.
Yeah.
Over
I don't care what
over
nobody
Jalen
say.
Carter?
Nigga,
Over
trust
Jalen
me, nigga.
Carter?
I watched that nigga tape. Nigga,
Will
if he was
Anderson-
able to get drafted last year, he would have been number one.
Will Anderson plays
He would have
more.
been over Aiden Hudson. It would have been easily. It was niggas nowhere. Nobody was close to Will Anderson in this draft.
Man, we got the best.
Jalen Carter, I like him a lot, but I think Houston. I'll take Houston, the Eagles, and I like what the Bears did too. I really like what the Bears did.
That's the reason why you don't play sports now. My bad, not you. I was talking about something.
I think a lot of teams really drafted damn good.
Where you
Bro.
put it at?
I'll just be honest with you. Like we seen some crazy ass picks out of nowhere, but nigga, they really improving their goddamn team. Like Houston, they gonna be a way better team than what they was last year.
Man, but shout outs to the
Bro,
Indianapolis.
Seahawks had a hell of a draft too, nigga. That's the other team. Seahawks had a hell of a draft.
Shout out to the Colts. Think about the Colts. They watched Phillip Rivers. They watched Carson Wentz. They watched Matt Ryan. They saw all these slow, unathletic white quarterbacks take the field, and they said, "We tired of it. We're gonna bring in the blackness quarterback in this draft, and we're gonna keep it." So I'm proud of what they did.
Florida baby.
Huh?
That Florida boy.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, he's going to be a player from day one. Fuck that project stuff. He ain't no goddamn project. He a baller. He a baller, man. So I really like what they did. Go ahead and draft that man at number 4. That was not a reach to me at all. I think that's going to be great. Yeah, we definitely going to see. I think that's a great fit for him.
I agree with you, Dre. I think let the boy play. Ain't no time to be sitting behind somebody.
Yeah.
Throw the boy out there. The only way to get experience is be there on the field. So
That's bullshit, man. He needs time to develop. Develop what?
Yeah.
Develop what?
Yeah.
That man gonna be fast day one. He gonna have that rifle day one. Let
He
that
will
man
develop
go out
in
there
year
and swing
2.
that pill.
Year two, let him know if he got it or he don't. Or year 3. Pretty much.
But
I think year 3 or 4 is the year where quarterback actually start playing better.
Correct.
We're gonna play
You know what I'm saying?
better day one.
See, look at Bills quarterback Hurts. Look at Hurts.
Yeah.
Like
True.
Russell Wilson, he didn't really start playing good until his third season.
That's
I
cap.
also think it really depends on
Go look at his stats.
who's that offensive staff. I feel like
When did Russell Wilson win the Super Bowl?
2013,
Was it
year, right?
2013, maybe.
I'm talking about how many years was he in the league when he won the Super Bowl?
I feel like 2 or 3.
Man, that
I
defense
think-
beat the shit out of them. We ain't finna talk about this.
No, I'm just saying this because he said it was year 3, but I'm saying is I could have sworn he won in like year
He
2.
ain't do shit.
He might not
he
did.
did enough.
Play his best. he at his best play is what I'm saying, brother. I ain't talking about when they won the team won the Super Bowl. I'm just talking about his best play.
Correct. I get you.
Nah, but hey, who do y'all feel are the losers of the draft? Who went out there and shitted on themselves?
I
Oh,
don't know what
really?
the fuck Detroit was doing with that goddamn
Man,
pick, bro. I was shocked.
Yeah, they picked their running back up too goddamn early.
that was crazy, man.
I don't blame them
Detroit
though.
really
I don't blame
disappointed
them.
me.
Them boys must have been drinking Wild Turkey and Captain Morgan in that war room and got
They,
themselves messed
bro, they
up.
could have traded back up into the first round because you see how fast Bijan got picked up. Okay, he might have
Well,
got picked
bro,
up at the end of the second, or
they
end of the
had
first.
Yeah, so how is that a bad pick if y'all okay with Houston getting Bijan on the
Because Bijan Robinson is a generational back. Like
a
he may lead the league in rushing his rookie year. So I
okay,
mean,
but a generational bat is a 4-year span.
he's a generational back. Bijan Robinson is
They
like
gonna. I'm
huh?
just saying by the time Houston get cold, they gonna need another running back.
No, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, he got
I
drafted.
mean Atlanta. By the time they get cold, they gonna need another running back.
No, so this
No.
is Atlanta's timetable. Atlanta did not go quarterback because they saw Bijan Robinson is going to be the best running back in a draft in the next 5 years. It's probably not going to be a better running back. So you get your running back now because he's there, and next year they're going to try to get Caleb Williams. They're going to try to get
I'll try
Caleb.
to trade
There's
everything.
about three.
I'll try to trade everything I can for Caleb Williams.
Exactly. So now look, there's you got Caleb Williams, you got the Drake May, and then you got Quinn Ayers. Those three guys are probably better than all the quarterbacks in this draft, not named CJ Stroud. So you got all three of those guys. So for them, it's a 2-year plan. You don't always got to draft your quarterback right now. If you think that following year you may have somebody that's better.
And think about it. Atlanta has
There
a
you
squad
go. There
already.
you go, Dre. There you go, Dre. There you go.
Atlanta,
Comment right there for you, Dre.
Yeah.
yeah.
He said he
Atlanta
gonna be
has
a
a running back.
bust. He said he gonna be a bust.
Atlanta has
Mm-hmm.
a.
Who said he's gonna be a bust?
He said
Man, get
Anthony
your ass. You
Richardson
gonna
gonna
bust
be.
through that damn A gap and run for 30 yards in your favorite team. He gonna bust through that hole. He gonna bust up that defense. You're right. You're gonna be a bust. Boy, and I guarantee you're gonna draft him in fantasy next year. You're gonna try to pick him up on that waiver wire. When that man
Hold on.
goes, he's gonna go 11 for 23,
There
have
you go,
75 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and 196 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. And you're gonna pick his ass up that waiver wire.
Look at that boy
So
saying.
y'all believe? Quarterbacks are got to be now more mobile than been better passes.
Every
That's what the game
quarterback
has been
has to be
focusing on
mobile.
more. Yeah.
Every single
Yeah.
quarterback, and being
But
mobile doesn't
please,
necessarily
so
mean you rush
but
for 80 yards a game. You just have to be able to move the pocket. Every quarterback has to be mobile. You cannot make an NFL if you're not a mobile quarterback. You can't. It's impossible. You can't make it if you're not mobile.
but
Players
if
getting
you're
faster,
mobile,
defensive tackles getting
hold on.
faster, linemen getting faster, linebackers getting
But if
faster.
you're
Everybody's
mobile,
bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
okay.
You
But if
have to be able
you're
to move.
mobile, if your mobile is better than your passing, can that be just as much as a problem?
No,
Because you take any
so now
quarterback.
everybody's moving. It's easier to pass the ball now because guys are moving the pocket. Since you're moving the pocket,
Man, you need to
you're
tell
going to
Dak
have more
Prescott
receivers
that.
running open.
You
Well,
said
somebody need
what?
to tell Dak that.
Huh?
Dak is mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's mobile,
Dak
but
He's
is
not
mobile.
fast,
if,
but
if
Dak is an
passing
actual
supposed
mobile
to be
quarterback.
easier,
Mobile doesn't mean that you're Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson. It just
no,
means you're able to move the
that's not what
pocket.
I said.
Dak can move
Brandon
the
said
pocket.
his.
That's
He
mobile.
said passing's supposed to be easier now. So somebody should have told Dak that because that nigga been playing like shit off and on
Well,
these
I mean, I
games.
think
That means he should be.
that sometimes it's deep in the
You
rap,
see,
DC.
Dak had a bad year. Every quarterback is
Yeah.
about to have a bad year.
Oh, hey,
This
bad,
is
yeah. Okay,
only
here we
bad
go.
year he's had in his
Only
7-year
Cowboys players have
career.
that.
No, I'm just people have bad years.
That's crazy, man. That's
Hey, I'm
crazy.
off.
You said
Y'all boys,
what?
y'all continue this without me. I told y'all, man. Told y'all,
Oh,
y'all
we already. I
25
already
minutes
picked.
on it.
All right, my boy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, honestly though, if I had to pick who had the best draft, like I said, I would probably go Houston or I'd probably go Houston or Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh had a damn good draft.
But Pittsburgh always draft good. Like they're known for that.
Yeah.
When y'all say
Like
draft good,
But
like
but I'm just like I don't how the hell they let Joey Porter fall all the way down there though?
yeah, the Cowboys should have picked him up. The
I
Cowboys had a
just did
chance
not
to pick him up.
understand that.
And
But
didn't.
yeah, I like the Pittsburgh pick. They got a tackle, you know, to try to help that offensive line because it was ranked one of the worst. Then you go and get you a DB that just fell into your lap. I still don't understand how he slipped out of the first round, especially with some of these picks that I'm looking at. They was like, man, some of these dudes was bottom second round picks. But again, like Rod said, man, some of these goddamn teams, they got their own board. They don't give a damn what some of these
and
people
that
be
and I
saying.
think right there is what I'm trying to say.
What's
When
that?
y'all say a good draft or a bad draft, do y'all mean just the talent of players that got picked up, or do y'all mean
Well,
like
when I
what?
say good or bad draft, I mean a draft as far as like team needs. So the reason why we're not saying the Eagles is because the Eagles were still going to be good whether or not they picked him up or not. But they pretty much just they they pretty much building themselves for the future. Because you got to remember, some of them dudes on that defensive line, they're getting old. They finna be walking out the door. A lot of them dudes they got, you know, a lot of them vets they on 1 year contracts.
Yeah, but that's
So
what
Facts.
I feel like. Now, when I look at the draft, I look at Pittsburgh defense. Pittsburgh defense always been good. So when y'all bring up Porter, I'm like, okay, how much more better than the Pittsburgh defense going to
well, but
be?
I'm not just looking at
They
one
bigger
player though.
solid.
I'm looking at the draft as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a whole. Like y'all clearly got the best player. Like is you well, arguably, you know, everybody got their own opinions, but y'all got
Yeah.
one of the best players, on the board. You got, people got him as top three best player on the board. And the fact that y'all traded up and got him, I still just don't know why. I'm surprised because these teams be tampering. I'm surprised they ain't tried to say, "Hey, don't get Philly shit,"
Yeah.
because he do
I
this
will say,
every year. He is one of like I'd have to put them up there. I feel like the Cowboys they have the best draft as far as picking people up at their spots, but Philly is the best that I've seen as far as maneuvering through that shit to move up to going to get who they want to get. Philly can maneuver. That nigga know how to maneuver them picks. He know how to use them to trade to go get players. Like we gotta. He built the team that went to the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. They went through a slump after that shit, and he done built this team right back up.
yeah.
They went through a
5 years later.
small slump.
Crazy. Yeah.
Bro, it's like the window for that happened so quick, bro. And they weren't bad for long.
Real.
People forget after that playoff run, they were still there. Like they were still going to the playoffs after that Super Bowl. I think like the next 2 years after that.
Hmm?
But yeah, bro.
I'm
But
just
yeah, I'm going. I'll go either Houston or Pittsburgh because I like how Houston moved up and when it got Will Anderson, you went and got your quarterback of the future. Of course, we all look at it as long as they stay healthy, then you went and got your dominant edge rusher of the future right there. Those are
No.
two positions right there that I feel every team needs to have a stud at. One of like them two positions right there. Then you got to go get your wide receiver and go get your QB. I mean, my bad, not your QB, your DB. But Philly, I think they really they ready to they
All right.
finna give Kenny Pickett the green light. They went and got him a tackle. They went and got him. They went and got their defense some more help. They still got George Pickens over there. Pittsburgh is the best team in drafted wide receivers I've ever seen in my life.
ever. And they know how to not pay you before you become
They know when to get
trash,
off.
pretty
They
much.
know when to get off you.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team draft wide receivers like that. They'll have 8 wide receivers and damn near can you know, afford to get rid of a couple of them niggas in the middle of the season to get more draft capital.
That's true.
And you see what you see. They had Chase Claypool introducing his replacement.
True.
Trey, Chase Claypool introduced George Pickens. And look what happened. That nigga, yeah. I'm glad you introduced your replacement. They had him train the nigga and everything.
And
He
it's
said,
crazy
all right,
because
nigga, pack your bags.
every receiver, once they leave Pittsburgh, they end up not being good no more. If you look at their record, like their history. Once they leave
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, they end up becoming, not that good anymore, pretty much. Oh, it's crazy.
Because they had Big Ben, man.
Yeah, Big Ben was a very underrated quarterback. He was very underrated.
Well, at the same time, Big Ben, we got to remember, Big Ben ain't went without having a Hall of Fame wide receiver. That nigga had Hines Ward, and then right after that had Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was giving that man 1,500 yards.
But he made Antonio
Hey,
Brown. Antonio Brown was not a big time draft pick. He was
He
like a
wasn't a
fifth
big
rounder.
time draft pick.
that's now y'all want to pick and choose when my argument valid. Why can't Lamar do the same thing?
Well, I'm not gonna say that necessarily he made Antonio Brown because we never
Shit,
got to
I
see if
am.
he could do it with. No, I'm not because we didn't get to see if he was able to do it anywhere else. Like, so when I say that, so like with Devontae Adams, we see that he's still gonna put up the same numbers. Clearly, no matter who's throwing him the ball, and we all know that Derek Carr ain't no damn Aaron Rodgers. But we never got to see if AB because he fucked up every other situation he had, and by the time that he got
I
picked up
don't
by a
know about
team in
that
Tampa
Devontae
Bay,
Adams.
he was no longer the number one option.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to
but
get
that
too deep into this, but we ain't get to see it.
Nah, but
Houston
this who
starting
I
quarterback is C.J. Stroud. They
Jay
just
Stroud.
it was man, what the hell is that boy name? That long neck nigga name Davis Mills.
Oh, you talking about yeah. But another team that had a good draft. Well, Seahawks had a hell of a draft as well, man.
Boy, Seahawks still eating off of Russell Wilson. That nigga ain't even there no more. They still eating
Bro,
off of him.
they got that boy Jackson Smith, the best receiver in the draft. They
Hmm
got Devin Witherspoon, the best cornerback in
One
the
of the best
draft.
cornerback in the draft.
They got a top notch edge rusher. They got one of the top. I think he might be like the third best running back to me in this draft. They got the third best running back. Nigga, they got this nigga Anthony Bradford from LSU. Nigga, a dog, big ass body. As long as he can keep his feet up under his toes, say, boy,
the
that's
real
that's a
question
bad
is
man. Eat first day starter. They had
the
a
real
hell of a
question
draft.
is the real question is with the Seahawks. Do y'all believe in Geno? We know he had a great year last year, but do
I
y'all
don't.
truly trust yourself in the Geno?
I don't think he had no great year. He
Nah,
most
that
definitely
nigga had a
improved.
great year.
He most definitely
Man, nah, he
improved.
had a great year last.
I do, man. I think he finally found a system that actually works for what he can do. And sometimes that's just all it takes, man, is the fit.
And then he got
Sometimes that's
three.
So
He
all it
got three.
so
takes.
He got three co-receivers and a running back, the
so
offensive
so
line.
Chris,
Man,
it
say
took you it took you 10 years to finally find yourself as a quarterback. 10 years?
Nigga, some niggas don't start rapping until they 30.
Hey,
Some niggas don't get their
hey,
first hit till they 30.
hey, niggas had to go through 30 years of
I
living to
mean,
get some
but at the
real.
same time though, bro, wasn't he with the
He was with
Giants
the
and
the Chargers, the Giants. He's been around the block.
yeah, he done spun the block, but say man, opportunity. Put in work opportunity. You get $100 million contract after 10 years in the NFL.
I don't know, man. I think Gino had a good system. It worked for him. But for me to
Yeah,
think
that's what I'm
that,
saying.
yeah.
I really think with him, bro, he just fits with that system.
Is it
Like if
him
you ask
or is it
me if
just
he
the
goes
system? Kyle, watch out.
the system, I believe it's the system.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, if you think about it,
That's what I'm saying. That
is that the
system,
reason why?
he works in that system, bro. Like that's really what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think
do I think
hold on. Is it the system? Because I really don't think it's him at all. Because if you really think about it, Russell Wilson was amazing in that system. He went to Denver and looked ass. So
it's the
maybe it's
system?
not even the quarterback. Like San Francisco. Maybe it's not even the quarterback. Whoever back there gonna do good.
I'm not gonna say that because it's not they still not running it the same way they did like when Russ was there, but they have a system built for him. Like I can't explain why nobody else that he's had was able to figure that out for him, but they figured it out
Hey,
and it worked.
You do know they running back is damn near like top 7, right?
They got a system for him, bro. I mean, sometimes, bro, sometimes you
That
need to
running
have
game is
certain.
not.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
sometimes, bro. Everybody's not gonna be Patrick Mahomes. Some of these quarterbacks, you have to have a system, nigga. We can throw
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes anywhere, and he's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. But
Jalen Hurts needs a system.
Boy,
Jalen
hell
Hurts is
no.
a system quarterback. He really is. He
You said
really
who?
is, man.
yes,
Jalen Hurts is a system quarterback.
Oh yeah, I look. Our offensive coordinator is amazing.
He
yeah.
left
But
So
I
y'all.
will say,
Something going
Hurts
through
got
him
over
this
most
year.
quarterbacks. He don't try to do too much. He just make the right. He like
I
LeBron.
mean,
Like when I
Gino
look at
has.
Hurts, he remind me of LeBron. It's like the nigga that's going to this man. Fucking, I'm just gonna play every play and just try to do the right thing.
Yeah, but Gino has the perfect system, bro. He has literally what every quarterback would want. You have a top tier running game. You have a team that loves to run the ball. You're gonna, facilitate your offense off of the run. That's gonna make it easier to set up the pass. And you had a big receiver in DK Metcalf, and you had, Tyler Lockett that
Lockett,
just seems to always be able to find the ball. And now they just added that other receiver, so now you got a three headed
Jackson,
monster over there. You added Jackson,
Jack,
so you got a three headed monster over there.
Yeah, I don't think.
So
Never
it's
mind. I
just
don't want
gonna
to
be
say.
they're just making it easier and easier for him. Like these boys are gonna get open, and it's gonna be easier for him to work.
Yeah, I don't think DCAF is kind of like overrated.
Hell no,
hell no.
hell no.
Nah,
I don't care what
So,
nobody
so
say.
what
That
happened?
that that nigga there.
he's a beast.
What happened this
He
year?
like, yeah, I don't. Did he was he like top 5 or top 10?
Hell no,
I don't know. Like, or did he get hurt? I don't know, but I don't think he's overrated, man. In my
man.
opinion, I
Now
think he's a
he
very good
didn't have
player.
he dropped his numbers dropped as far as touchdowns. That's what I thought. His numbers dropped as far as
Half the
touchdowns,
season,
but he still.
like this, DK. Some half his games, you don't even know that nigga on the field.
No, he just no. I knew because I paid attention to him
No,
because
I
I
mean,
had him in one of my
what I'm
leagues.
saying
But
is that his numbers wise, you wouldn't even know the nigga played the game.
oh well, nah, that
He
nigga
didn't
just
just play like shit.
no, he just didn't have a lot of touchdowns. That's why you ain't really know. He only had 6 touchdowns this year. Like
How many?
that's where he dropped. Like he still had over 1,000 yards, but his touchdowns, his touchdown numbers definitely took a hit.
And this is some receivers get shut down. Even Justin Jefferson, as great as he is, there's some games where even against the Cowboys, he was shut down. Like some receivers do get shut down.
But why the?
It happens.
Hold
Because
on, hold on.
sometimes
We not gonna do it. We not doing that, bro. We not doing that, bro. The reason why that shit looked the way it was because they kept motherfucking tackling Kirk Cousins. That nigga didn't get no motherfucking room to throw that bitch. That's the reason why his numbers look like that. That nigga Kirk couldn't breathe during that game.
Oh, speaking of
They
since y'all
said
brought
Hut.
him up, I forgot we had a comment. What's y'all NFC rankings? How y'all got the NFC rank?
oh,
All right,
nothing
first of all, we
changed.
What you mean nothing changed?
at
No,
all. Nothing changed.
nothing changed.
It's gonna be the exact same.
So what
Nothing
is it?
changed, man.
Number
Philly's number
number
one
one Eagles,
as
Cowboys number 2, Giants number 3, and then
maybe
Washington.
San Francisco.
Nah, San Francisco. We got to
San
put
Francisco is number
Nah,
3.
not the
Nah, he
NFC,
said
just
NFC
NFC
East.
East.
He
Oh,
just
the
said
East.
East.
East, my bad.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same
nothing
shit.
changed.
Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Redskins.
And what
I mean,
Redskins?
they even
Nothing
Redskins
changed
more
at all.
Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah. I will
Rod,
say this
Philly
though.
has a
no objection.
Now I
I
will
agree.
say
Philly
this
has a
though.
great.
I agree.
I was waiting on you to beat the table. It was like, no, nigga, fuck. Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it. I
I
was
will
trying to
say
Cowboys
set
this
gonna have
your
to.
though.
ass
I
up.
wouldn't be
Cowboys
so.
gonna have to get another receiver. Or go get Derrick Henry. I mean, go get you give me Derrick Henry, or you give me what's the receiver name? Lord have mercy. I think you said it was Mr. Ando. So
You think you need another
D
receiver?
Hop.
D
Yeah,
Hop.
we
You
don't
gonna get
have
one of them guys?
receivers, man.
Like,
The Cowboys do not have good receivers. I don't know why y'all keep saying this. Now. We have one receiver, CeeDee Lamb. That's
Hold
it.
on, bro. Y'all finna hold on. I know we wasn't even supposed to go here, but I think y'all really is like disrespecting Brandon Cooks, bro.
Who said y'all? I ain't saying nothing. I think
I mean,
Brandon
like
Well,
Cook
he's
I'm
I
just
think
saying in
Brandon
general,
Cook is
like,
really
because
good too.
he's not the only one I've heard say this. Like, I really
He's
think
a hell of a two.
y'all are undervaluing Brandon Cooks, bro.
No, Chris, it's not that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Cowboys, all you know how the type of niggas that have a real good talented team, but they trying to give some leeway just in case some niggas don't be good. That's what he doing right now. My nigga, y'all niggas got cold offense. Y'all niggas this motherfucker just play underwhelming sometimes. Like nigga, what
Like, we not
between
finna act like
It's
between
not.
Lamb,
It's not what
between
we used to
Lamb,
have.
Cook,
See,
Gallup, like man, y'all niggas is pretty straight on the wide receiver end.
and
Y'all
y'all
have no
what
talking
the
future.
fuck
about
that
he can be a
mean?
good number two. Hell, he fuck around and come over there and outplay CD Lamb if he CD do some of that.
Man, what? Brandon Cook, you can't tell me Brandon Cook is not on the same shit as when we had Devontae Smith on
No,
the other side.
he he's 30 years old, guys. He's older
And
now.
that nigga
Like he's
still
not the
get
same.
behind people.
He's older, but he at the end of the day, like, there's nothing in his game that's showing me that he would have had over 1,000 yards this year if he would have played all the games.
that's fact.
You know who
But
else was old? Larry
So,
Fitzgerald.
so the way I look at it is, bro, the way I look at it, if he wouldn't have, if he would have finished this season, he would have only had 2 seasons where he wouldn't have got over 1,000 yards. I just don't understand. Even at this old age that you want to throw out, he had 1150 and he had 1037 and would have had over 1,000 again, in my opinion, if he finished out the season.
Of course.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but not even this year. I'm talking about
And
last
30
year.
is not. I don't know why y'all be saying 30 is not really old.
It's
Like,
not
unless you've
old,
been
but
beat up, but it's not old for a receiver.
I'm just saying we don't have the kind of
But you got
talent on
hold on,
offense
I think this is
like
what you're
Philly
doing.
do.
You have to compare him to the second best wide receivers in the league. Don't look at the wide receivers that like Miami, they got 2 top wide receivers. But if you compare him to most people's second wide receiver, Brandon Cook is up there in the conversation. He's
Bro,
a
you're gonna have
solid
to
CD
wide
establish.
Lamb,
receiver too. He gonna
yeah,
be better
but
than
CD
Odell.
Lamb,
He gonna be better than Odell.
I already know where you're going with this, and I'm not falling into your trap.
No, I'm just telling you. No, real shit. I'm not even trying to
I,
be
I
funny. He's a better pickup than Odell if he would have went to the Cowboys. By far. I don't think
yeah.
it's
When
even
you think
close.
about, well, no, I agree with it. When you consider the injuries and everything Odell has, hell
Not
yeah,
for
it's a
real.
better pickup.
Yeah.
nah,
But
because
Odell got the
he's not
name.
because CD Lamb is not even a number one. He's like a number 1B. He had a great year. Like Amari Cooper was a number one, flat out. Like CD Lamb is not really a true number one. He's like a one B in my opinion. Pretty much. So we really don't have a true stud number one receiver like, Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown or Mike Evans. Like
That
we
don't
don't
make
have that.
that don't make sense to me, E, because a wide receiver one is just the best wide receiver on your team. That you trying to compare him
No,
as a best top
no, no,
10 wide
no, no.
receiver, period.
Pretty much, yeah. Like a
Yeah,
true number
that's what I'm
one.
trying to tell you. He might not be a superstar wide receiver like Jefferson, Diggs, and all them, but he's a solid wide receiver one.
I think he was.
Yeah,
He
he's
would rank
solid.
top 7 in yards.
He
Yeah.
was. That's what I'm saying. So if you're trying to compare, he's like, oh, he's
And but
not
see,
AJ Brown. Oh, of course he's not them. There's a lot of niggas that's not them on a lot of teams. But you can't take a cream of the crop and say, oh, well, CD Lamb is not them. Of course not. But he a
But he's
damn
supposed to
solid wide
be
receiver
like,
one.
yes, he's solid. Okay, you're right. You're right.
He
He's
just ain't
solid.
you can't. He ain't top 5 or top whatever y'all want to say.
So I will say, just going back to this draft thing a little bit, I was a
he was
little
number 6 for
disappointed.
yards.
Huh?
I said CD Lamb was ranked number 6 with the most yards last season.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I was kind of shocked that well, I don't know if they tried, but who's that quarterback that the Commanders got over there right now?
Sam Howell.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of shocked that they didn't try to move up and get a QB.
They believe in him, bro. He showed flashes.
He
He
showed
Nah,
some
showed
yeah.
flash.
flashes.
We'll
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Ain't no point of forcing it. They
Yeah,
got
but
talent.
I just personally feel like the only reason why I would have forced it is because everything else is there.
I'm
Facts.
surprised the Cowboys ain't get a quarterback.
But
Well,
nah,
hey,
like in
they
all
quarterback.
seriousness though,
Eagle
like
quarterback get one good year. They start going crazy, boy.
in all
But it
seriousness
ain't
though,
even that.
like in all seriousness though, like I really just and when I finish, I got it's somebody posted a comment. I'm gonna let you answer too because I know, but I just don't really understand. Like I understand they saying yeah we got faith and we saw flashes, but it's like okay, how much longer are y'all gonna wait? Because y'all have been building this thing and building this thing and building this thing, and literally are a quarterback away, and for whatever reason, trusted that shit with Carson Wentz a little too much. If it's me, I would have left Heineke starting for the rest of the season. I wouldn't even threw Carson Wentz back in there. I don't think them boys wanted to play for him. So I'm just looking at them. You got the defense, you got the skill players. Why not go get your goddamn quarterback?
Uh, I'm pretty sure if Will Levis was available, they would have reached for him in the second, in the second
Second
round.
round.
Yeah, you know, or just I don't know.
I
But
just feel
you,
like they believe in Sam Howell, man.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only thing I can think of, man. Because the other quarterbacks got drafted super early. Only person that was left was Sam Howell, and that must mean they wasn't interested in this thing and pick him up.
You mean
yeah.
Hendon Hooker?
Because it wasn't nobody. It wasn't nobody after that. Henry Hooker got probably sit out this whole year anyway, because he just tore his ACL. He just started backing up and throwing the ball just this week, last week. So he may not even be starting in the season. You know what I'm saying? Coming up.
I don't know, man.
That's why they probably ain't rushing to move
Unless
up
they
and move
banking
on.
that they banking on one or two things. They got to be banking that he's gonna be really good, or they just gonna be really trash, and they gonna try to get that boy coming out next year because that's like I don't. That's the only flaw. Like I still think, of course, any team I feel can never stop building their offensive line, but when you talk about just stepping on the goddamn gas. That's the only flaw I see with that team. I like their wide receiver core. I like their running back. We know what their defense is. I don't know. I just don't know why they keep pussyfooting around with this quarterback issue. I don't know why you gave the keys to Carson Wentz. That shit sounds disgusting every time I say it. I don't even like saying his name no more.
Yeah, they fucked it up. I don't know what they're doing. All four teams could have made it to the dang on. That's crazy. All four teams from the NFC East was finna make it if they would have just been stupid.
Like
Maybe
we got.
maybe they waiting on a black quarterback, Chris. I'm about to say because any quarterback
Hey,
you
they
talking
probably.
about,
Hey, man, that's probably gonna be the new formula. Shit.
Say man,
nah, look, that's what
they
it is.
tried a black quarterback one time. He wasn't that good, man.
Nah,
But
hey,
here you go.
that nigga was
Here
told
you
his
go,
rookie
E.
year.
But here you
Huh?
go, E. There you go. Question for you right there. How you feel about Bryce Young? There you go, E.
You can pick him up at the gas station, like Andre said. He's 5'8",
Light his ass up. Light his ass up.
5'8", 195 pounds. Damn, receivers way more than this nigga. Receivers, corners. Hell no.
You said
Bro,
Johnny Manziel?
no, I'm talking about Bryce Young.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Bro, got smacked. And Tua is heavier. And Tua almost damn near had a concussion. He had 3 concussions last year. The moment that one big fat motherfucker lays on Bryce Young, he's too small. He's too small, man. I don't believe in small QBs like that, man. I need somebody a little stocky. He's smaller than Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is 5'9", barely 200, and he's smaller than that. He's my number 1 overall pick, man. I don't know,
Hey, but
bro.
Kyler Murray, I mean, he got hurt, I guess, recently, but he don't get hurt as much.
He's hurt. He's been
Kyler
hurt
be
every
getting
year of his
hurt.
career. Every of his career, he got hurt.
Yeah, that in college,
Every year,
that in
Tua got
college
hurt.
they hurt, man. That this last one was
They hurt.
the first injury he had that took
That
him out.
lasted for a long time.
He's
Yeah,
hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody getting hurt, but I guess for a long period of time, it's a little different.
yeah. I
He's
mean,
not a
just
bro. I saw him at the draft in his suit. Dog, he's Rodney size, bro. Bryce Young and Rodney the same size. You can put Rodney in the same suit, it will fit perfectly. Nigga, man. And Rodney, no disrespect, you my nigga. You know, you a good nigga. But you and Bryce Young, the same size, bro. 100%.
Hey, don't let, hey, that's why he got the camera on, huh? E. Nah.
What you say?
Man. Rodney, take your shirt off. Tell Bryce take your shirt off. Y'all the same size, bro.
You know what
Swear to
you
God.
say, man. I'm all right. Hold on, what you trying to say?
Nah,
That
for
he's
real.
that
I think you got a
he's not
taller size body.
Boy, you crazy in the
play
world.
quarterback. Rodney, can you play quarterback in the NFL with your size? Would you
You
be able to take
know,
those hits?
But
Okay.
I can't throw the ball either.
Man,
Good.
They're right there.
he's too
but
small, man.
man. I mean, I feel you on that. I really do. But
No, that's just
I mean, talent wise, he clearly. I mean, you got people saying he clearly was the best quarterback, but man, you got to put an offensive line in front of that boy immediately.
Immediately.
Because if you building your offensive line and you draft one of these QBs, he can't have no offensive line like Joe Burrow. He have an offensive line like Joe Burrow did his first year, he's going to get killed.
Yep.
He is not going to. Hey, Joe Burrow is clearly bigger than him. Like I don't be trying to just say automatically like just because he's small he's stuff. But man, size matters in this sport sometimes. Pause.
Man, you got the big man running at you full speed, 300
Bro, you
pounds
got
running at you full
300
speed.
pounds, 3 tackles. They can
It's
say,
like
"Oh, I tried
it's
to
like
pull
getting in
my
a
weight
car
off
wreck
of
every
him."
time. That's how crazy this. It's like you getting hit by a car, bro. That's what they be saying. How hard an impact of a hit can be.
Yeah, bro, that
It's like
shit.
getting in a car wreck multiple times.
Hell no.
And imagine somebody that's 100, bro. I weigh 180.
Bro.
Ain't no way he weigh 180.
Bro, he chose not to weigh himself at the
He
combine.
couldn't because he does not weigh more than 180. I'm
That's
bigger
crazy.
than him.
He
Like I'm
chose
literally
not to
bigger
weigh
than he
himself.
is.
Man, please.
Yeah. I don't
But
want,
hey,
the average person walking around to be bigger than my quarterback, bro.
But then y'all should have
I'm
picked
bigger.
up
I'm bigger than that nigga.
then y'all should. So why y'all didn't pick up the white boy then?
Oh no, I would have picked up CJ.
Hey,
But no, I think that Bryce. I ain't gonna lie, Bryce Young is a better thrower than the man. The man process really quick. The man processes the ball out of the field really well. Go watch his tape, bro. He really can throw, bro. If he was
Oh
6
no,
foot, bro, oh my god, he'd be the best
I watched
quarterback.
Alabama last year.
Yeah,
You
like
know
you
we
see how
watched
perfect his
Alabama.
throws was. Z, you're like, yeah, you get him a line. If they could actually block for him, bro. If the Panthers can actually block for this man, get this man some time, bro. He throwing on target. It's not finna beat. The balls always get thrown on target from this man. And the issue is just, is he gonna be able to hold up inside of the pocket? That's it. The man can throw the ball, point blank, period.
Yeah.
But he gonna have to do his drop steps got to be further back than normal because he got to try to see over that line too. But as the Panthers, they should try to figure out the best way to get him to be rolling out of the pocket. As a hey, roll out, I can see. Roll out, I can see. Roll out, I can see. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna have to do if he has trouble with throwing the ball in the pocket.
I feel you. Well, all right, DC, go ahead and tell the people how Donovan choked. I mean, how you think he do good in the playoffs.
I'll let you start, and then I'll shut this down.
You said you gonna shut it down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and go. Just say how he constantly fuck. And like I said, we said this before this series was over. But if you want to use this series, I even allow it.
No, I ain't gonna use this series. I mean,
Yeah,
nah.
definitely this series. They
You,
definitely play like ass. Yeah, so
He
But go
said
ahead.
if you bring this and nigga, I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah. But go ahead.
But nah, so before when you have your are you going just based off of numbers or you just going off of what your eyes are telling you with him? Because
Uh,
I could go at it either way.
with me, I'm about to say, hold on, before, and it might not even be a debate, be honest with you, because I feel like we're going to have two different points and two different things. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, I think I'm going to argue that the stigma of Donovan Mitchell is used to folding. That's what I'm arguing.
That
Like, I
he's used
never
to
heard,
folding.
yeah,
Okay.
so I never have a stigma of Donovan Mitchell. It's like James Harden. We all know James Harden going to fold. Chris Paul always fold. Like, that's why it was so big that he went to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So, like, certain players have that stigma of they always fold. So that's what I'm arguing against.
Okay.
Yeah. So, however you want to approach it, I'll let you approach it. And then I'm going to have my, yeah.
Okay. So the only reason why that I say that he constantly folds is because for one, just my eye. So just first of all, I even bring up any numbers. When I
Uh-huh.
look at the eye test, when it's like some of them games, like it's like a close game or an elimination type game for whatever reason, and it's like it always happens, like right on cue, he starts taking ill-advised shots, just shots that just he should not be taking. Like he ain't took the shot all game. Now he just going off the rails, just trying to keep himself off the game. You could say people
Uh-huh.
gonna say kind of how Russ sometimes try to take over, but just be doing stuff. I've seen
Okay.
that too many times. And then on top of that, I just feel like there's been two. Um, I think there was one or two. I think there was two series that he played
Go
in
ahead.
where the best player on the other team was gone for a couple of games or just got injured out of the series completely, and he still lost and underperformed.
Uh-huh.
So I just feel like, and again, he's done it in different ways in different series, but in my opinion, and with the team that it wasn't like he had a bum team, he had a good team around him. But as the number one
What teams
option,
you
we
talking
gotta,
about?
huh?
What teams you talking about he going against? Like,
Uh, Let me go back. So the most recent one that I just that for sure, not this Cleveland one, but what was that last year when they played against the Mavericks and Luka was out for 2 games,
uh-huh.
and I think that he ended up losing both of them games.
Uh-huh.
Like to me, that just looks bad. Like you can't lose when the best player on the other team is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know at the end of the day we're like, oh well, you can't disrespect them. They in the NBA for a reason, but we still got to look at it a spade for a spade. You the
Yeah.
number one option going against second, third, and fourth options. You supposed to be out there killing these dudes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I thought I had that motherfucker pulled up, but I don't.
Okay.
Hold on, because I'm gonna just talk about that series in general.
Yeah.
But
Y'all
yeah,
see
so
same same comment.
what he say? Stick when he that boy
What do you say?
stupid. He say when that boy start using that word stigma, that boy stupid man.
So
Damn, I
who
just
y'all
had
think gonna win this series this year in the
Hold on,
playoffs?
we in the middle of the debate.
Oh
that.
y'all,
Okay, so in
y'all got
yeah,
quiet. I said, hold on, let me go to
nah,
the next
Nah,
I was
Cat,
topic
pulling up
then.
some. Nah, I was pulling up
But
some
you know
numbers.
what? I'm gonna let y'all finish y'all debate. I'm finna get off and look at it on YouTube.
Okay,
Get some
yeah,
more views on there.
all
For real, for real. I'm gonna let y'all. I
right,
want to
my
see
bad.
this. Y'all need to start arguing, yelling at each other. Come on now.
We probably are, but we finna get this off. We finna get this off.
Hit my phone for that. I'm finna on the charge. All right. I'm finna watch
But no,
y'all.
so just in that Dallas series alone, right?
uh-huh.
So just game by game, he shot 34% from the floor, shot 43, 47, then back to 33, and then he shot 26. He shot 26 in that game five and shot 52 in that game six. But he tried to win them, but by that point it wasn't enough. That game was out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean when I go and look at these numbers and look at field goal percentage. Like that's why before I said it, I had looked at this a long time ago because when you
Uh-huh.
go look at some of these numbers, they look bad. Like 3 point, 3 for 10, 1 for 8, 2 for 10, 0 for 7, 2 for 7. That shit is bad.
Uh-huh.
You can like, and that's just one series. Like I'm gonna let you go off, but I just don't see.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So now, two things I'm gonna say.
Okay,
All right. First thing first. Hey, my bad. First thing first. I'm gonna say the reason why I say he doesn't have that stigma, because believe it or not, Donovan Mitchell has the top three back and forth playoff series that the NBA had ever seen. That's between him and Jamal Murray. When they both was dropping 48 to 50 points. Jamal Murray was
and
just
that's
a
been
little.
his best. That's been his best
Yeah.
series.
Uh-huh. Yeah, hold on. So by far, I'm saying so top three performance. He has a top three performance of any playoff series, and that's including LeBron.
Hmm.
Okay. That back and forth that Jamal Murray, Devon, and Mitchell is probably the top three back and forth. All right, that's one series. All right, now I'm gonna go back to the series with when you say their best player hurt, Kawhi, right? So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. What him
Yep.
and so Kawhi, my bad, y'all. Kawhi. So that series, right? Hold on, let me get to my whatchamacallit. That series, I'm not even gonna go to the whole series. That series, Paul George dominated. Donovan Mitchell was averaging 34 points that series. That last game they played when they got whooped, right? Do you know who was the leading scorer of that game? You have man scoring 39 points, shooting 7 for 10 from the 3-point line. That game, right? The closeout games, and this is the reason why I'm talking about Foden, and this is the reason why I say he's not like me. I don't consider him Foden. If you look out every closeout game, the nigga scoring 30 plus and having an amazing game. For me,
Hmm.
that's Foden. It's when your season on the line, what the fuck you're gonna do. So that series. Hold on, let me actually go to his whatchamacallit. Hold on, cause I already had the shit pulled up. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Okay, that nigga had 39 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. What the fuck more you want somebody to do? All right, so that's a nigga that don't want his team to lose. Okay. Now, when you have the games that you're speaking upon, when he shoot poorly back, I
Yeah, I'm
one
looking at this
thousand
score now. They
percent,
beat the dog shit out of them.
yeah, I 1,000% agree. But Donovan Mitchell is one of those players. But I feel like we have two different things of folding and having and doing too much, and you playing bad games. If Curry shoot 5 for 16, 7 for whatever the fuck it is, Curry gonna shoot 40 motherfucking shots at the end of the motherfucking day because he feel like that's all. Just like now, he just scored 50 points, but he shot damn near 40 shots. If he missed 5 more of them shots, that should look bad. So my folding is when a nigga like James Harden. So that maybe we have two different things of folding. Because my folding is a nigga like James Harden. Kawhi's not playing, and that nigga don't even look like he want to shoot the ball. My folding is when they playing against the Houston. I mean Houston playing against the motherfucking Houston playing against the Golden State, and James Harden dribble for 23 seconds and try to pass somebody, and they go for over 17, and he don't even want to attack no more because they ain't getting that call. My folding is niggas that not even trying to will. You're gonna have bad games. I don't look at Russell Westbrook, and the reason why I'm saying it, and this is my biggest argument with the bad shooting. Any game, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, and this is the reason why I'm gonna say what I'm about to say. When Russell Westbrook and KD, they was on the same team, and niggas look like, oh, Russell is the reason why the Warriors came back from 3-1, not knowing, well, if you watch the game, because now we talking about our test too, KD didn't want no fucking parts of the ball. Westbrook came down the court, looked at KD, even if he shoot efficient, and made him, and niggas was like, well, shit, Russ, you do it. And Russ was just shooting bad. Reason why niggas come back. So me shooting bad is still trying hard. You shooting at all, that's when you folded. That's when you packed up and you gone. So I feel like we have two different things of folding. He might shoot bad, but I think that nigga Mitchell gonna shoot 30 motherfucking shots, just trying to motherfucking help his team win the game, even if he's missing.
I hear you, but at the same time,
because niggas are allowed to have bad games. But if you look at
you're allowed to have a bad game, but I can't excuse it either. I have like, if we talking about it, I still like, yeah, niggas are allowed to have a bad game, but it's, hey, that's on film. I am allowed to use that against you.
Yeah, look, and I agree. But look, name every series that we just talked about. Look at his last, like, either they got closed out or they won. Look at his performance then.
Nah, this last game, you talking about with the Clippers, they beat the dog shit out of them.
Huh?
Nah, that series you talking about with the Clippers when they closed him out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about, even what I'm saying is, look at his. What I'm saying to you is that they beat the dog shit on him, but man had 39 points. Who the fuck? But what I'm trying to explain to you is that Paul George averaged 28. Kawhi got hurt, but that nigga was still averaging 20-something before he got hurt for that game or two. But you're talking about a team that is just better than you. Like, clearly, they just better than you, because if your best person on your team can score damn near 40 points and you still getting your ass whooped, that team is just better than you. If you're talking about OKC,
Terrence Mann went off that game and had 0 turnovers.
It's something. It's certain shit you just can't. Yeah, you just can't do. If I score 40 and a nigga that's don't even supposed to be having a motherfucking ball in his hand, he's got 40 with me, the fuck up, yeah. And then your superstar got 28, 27. Come on.
Okay, so what about that Houston series, though?
Go to Houston. Oh, let me see, because I think I took a Houston
2018.
Series. 2018?
Yep.
Houston. I granted it, even in Houston, respectfully, is that the same year when they should have went to the championship?
Who that?
If I'm not mistaken, is that 2018? Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Houston, for one, and hold on, my bad.
Oh, you talking about when they played? Because they had to play Golden State in the Western Conference Finals.
Is that 2018, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but if that is, Houston should have went to the championship in 2018. Houston had, but if you got, then now I'm about to even say to you, the reason, matter of fact, I said you couldn't bring up this series, but I'm gonna bring it up now too, right? You gotta understand, when it comes to basketball, niggas like Dame Lillard, niggas like even Curry, these small point guards are getting different treatment in playoffs, because what they gonna do is the same reason why niggas say Dame Lillard motherfucking folded when they had Iguodala on him. When you have a 6'7", 6'8" nigga that's on you that can actually play fucking defense, that shit that you scoring 20, 30, nigga, you're not going to score trying to make the right read, and if your team ain't hitting, you're fucked, or you gonna try to shoot through that shit and you're gonna have a lot of bad shots. This nigga, bro, Donovan Mitchell only motherfucking 6'1". I don't even think niggas even realize that. He is 6'1". He just played like he's 6'6", 6'7". So that Houston series, you got niggas like Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker. It's niggas like that really can lock the fuck up. They can really, they probably want to have the best like on-ball defense as a team that year. With Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker, everybody out there motherfucking locking up. So of course it's like, my nigga, if you're the only option, that's why I don't put too much shit on Dame Lillard when he had bad games. When you're the only option, bro, what more do you expect from a nigga?
Yeah, but I still can't just use that as no excuse though, because this is you. I have to judge him the same way I judge all number one options, bro. And if it was anybody else, I'd be talking about them the same way. Because bro, this shit just looks bad, bro. It is bad. It
I
is
now.
bad. I'm sorry, like this it is bad.
All right.
Like
So
at
hold
some
on
point, bro, like at the same time where people are like, oh, he gotta try to win. Well, maybe something. Well, maybe you might just need to put some effort on defense, 'cause, bro. I'm sorry, like
hold
there
on
just
hold
ain't
on.
I ain't no way that, bro. I can't sit here and defend 28%. I can't defend 25%.
At games, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's
you know what
like
I can
that
defend?
shit.
You know what I can defend?
What?
I when niggas say fold when they get to the playoffs, Donovan Mitchell as a career averaged 24.6, 4 rebounds and 4 assists as a career. In the
In the
playoffs,
playoffs?
on the playoffs, out of 68 games, he's averaged 28.3, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. That is 4 more points than the actual regular season. I can't call a player like that folding because that means in the playoffs he's playing better. That means whenever the playoffs start, Donovan Mitchell's turning up more.
Well, I need to see what the percentage is, 'cause that's got to be inefficient. Because, bro, when I tell you this shit looks terrible.
You know is it only efficient? Okay, let's say like Westbrook. When they say he is like inefficient now, right? Do that mean because he played with LeBron, or that just mean that's who the fuck he is? Westbrook been the
Oh
same.
no, if I like Westbrook has been the same player, bro, since
Yeah.
he been the same. Like if you want to talk about him,
So
that's how that. But the thing about him though is like, okay, so when you look at a lot of box scores though, or even if you just look at a motherfucker stats, just typing in. So you know how people just type in Google NBA or whatever. What is it gonna say? It's gonna say how many minutes they played, how many points, how many assists, and how many rebounds. But if you go and look in depth to some shit to really see what happened, you'll see Russ been doing this his whole career.
hmm
He been doing it his whole career. But when you can
what do
come with all
Donovan
that
Mitchell
turn,
shoot? What
huh?
do Donovan Mitchell shoot during each season?
You said what did he shoot?
Yeah, what percentage he has as
Oh,
a
let's
career in
see.
playoffs? If you can look that up real quick. I'm on the phone, but I could have looked it up.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna get that for you right now. 'Cause, yeah, bro, like I'm looking at this shit right now, and I'm just going through all of them. He has some bad. I understand he a small
But he got
guard, but again,
some amazing
I'm
ones
going to
too.
critique him. I'm going to. He got some but I am going to critique him as a number one option because that is what he is. Okay, let's see. So regular season, he shot. I guess we could round that up to 44. So he shot 44%, 43%, 45%, 44%, 45. I'm sorry, 44%.
So
And
44%.
this year was his best year. He shot 49.
All right, so average wise, 44% is his
So
norm.
average, he's 45% from the floor.
All right.
In the playoffs, yeah, in the playoffs, it drops a little bit. He's 43.
What's the problem?
Huh?
What's the problem?
Hold on.
If we disagree that Russell Westbrook been Russell Westbrook during the season in the playoffs, how can we say the man and we already established that he's averaging 28 plus? So that's
Okay,
four more
so
points.
hold on. So this year he did average less in the playoffs than he did in the regular season.
Oh no, we agree. I
Uh,
already agreed before we
yeah.
started that this
Uh,
year I 100% agree.
he said that
Like
this year was
if you want to
trash.
bring this year, if this year, you're right. If you
Yeah.
want to
So
solely talk about this year,
he had 2 years where his numbers had
can I get
went
out the
down in
street?
the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that can't nobody say about him, he ain't missed the playoffs since he been in the league. I'll at
Big
least give
fact.
him that nod.
I'm just saying this, but a person averaging wise 43% in the playoffs to 45% in the regular season, and he averaging 28 points in the playoffs and 24 in the season. I can't call that folding. I'll just call that just him being him.
But
He's
you know
making
where
bad
he's
shots.
getting, killed though. When I mean those ill-advised shots, a lot of times
Yeah.
those ill-advised shots are threes
Yeah.
because the numbers I gave you were his numbers from the floor. If we
Uh-huh.
go to his threes, he's only had 2 years where he's had that bubble year and the year after that. So if I
Yeah.
just read him down, he went 31% from three that series. He went 25% the series after that. These next two are the best 2 years he had. He went 52% from three, and then he went, you can round this up to 44%. And then after that, 20% and 29%
Do you think LeBron had a bad series this series?
for his bro, that you know what? Somebody asked me that, bro. Somebody asked
Hey,
me that,
bro,
bro.
it's a simple question. Do you think LeBron had a
uh
bad series this series? Because I
man,
can tell you what's his percentage from the 3-point line too.
trash. Trash. That
So
trash. You ain't even
and
got to
then we
tell me.
agreed, and then we did also agree that some of them shots that he had to take, they was getting their ass kicked by 20 and 30 and 10 and 15. With some of them shots, like I said, all them whole situations. But I'm just saying is
Yeah.
if we go strictly off 3-point percentage, then you can say he fold all day. But then you also
Well, I
got to say
mean, just
LeBron
even
fold.
still, just
You
like
got to say
I mean,
every nigga
but
that shoot bad
but
fold
at the same time though, it's not. I'm
over
not
there.
going to sit here and say that happens every time. Like I'm not going to sit here and say that those numbers are just from him getting his ass with all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Shit.
not.
He just
I'm not
fought.
saying that.
He just can't shoot.
Yeah,
And
that's
again,
why
some of
30
them
points.
shots are ill advised. Like if you go back and look, you like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you even
That's
shooting
why.
that?
That's why some of them. That's why they worth 3 points instead of two, because
But
it's
nah,
supposed to be
bro.
more difficult.
But yeah, no. We gonna agree to disagree on that one because these numbers are terrible. Again, I'm critiquing him as a number one option, and that man is shooting 29% from three. No, you know niggas in church leagues get benched for that shit
Hey, so when you say he the number one option, who's his number two option? I'm just curious.
right now.
No, that was during these series.
Man, let me go look because I don't wanna because I know he had Mike. But I'm trying to make sure that these people's coming off the bench and everything. So let me look at last year. Oh, matter of fact, let me do this. This is how we can do this. So his second and third options, who's supposed to be 3 and D guys, was Joe Ingles. So this is I'm gonna go year by year.
Uh huh.
So in 17 and 18, his second and third options was. I'm trying to make sure this is. Oh, this is for a game or for the series. Oh, this is for a game. Hold on. So let me get for the series. I'll find that for you right now. You know what? I'll just do last year. Fuck it. I ain't got to do that shit. Boy, I just seen this 28% pop up in my shit again. That's nasty.
Shit, lucky you ain't see 15%.
Okay, so last year he had his starting. So last year was probably one of the worst starting files he had because I think Joe Ingles got moved to the bench or he got hurt or some shit. So last year he had Rudy Gobert, Royce O'Neal, Bohan Bogdanovic, and Mike Conley in his starting five,
Okay.
and he was the only one that averaged over 25.
Uh-huh.
So let's go look at. So that was last year. Let's go look at. Oh, let's go look at 2020, 21. Okay, so same thing that year, but so same thing the year before that, same lineup. So he's been getting them to the playoffs. But this last series though, this Cleveland one, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna use that one in this
Nah.
argument, but that hoe was terrible.
You said what? My bad.
Yeah, but yeah, no, oh no, I was just saying
Yeah.
that
So we
this series he
agree.
had this year was terrible. But
Yeah.
yeah, for the
Okay. So
most part, he done had the
he.
same.
So for the most part,
He done
what
had the
you
same
somewhat saying,
squad.
yeah, what you saying without actually saying is the only chance of them niggas winning if he take all the damn shots.
Oh well, no. So it was one. It was
And
one
I'm
I
not
was
saying
seeing.
every series.
Huh?
I'm not saying every series, but majority of
I mean, shit. But I'm just looking shit. His other two. His other two one shit for whatever reason. That last game against the Clippers, wasn't none of them motherfuckers shooting no, hitting no shots.
them. Hmm.
But nah, he has scorers. He's always had scorers. But shit, man.
Man, one thing I respect about Mitchell, the same thing why he went to Cleveland. I mean, the Cavaliers for. So the thing with Mitchell is like you, he go to these teams that they only go as farther that he can take them, other than having a real team. See, even this Cavs team, they had a decent backcourt with Garland and him. But when it comes down to the playoffs and niggas like, I'm just gonna just throw out names. Niggas like Lonely getting 20 rebounds and them niggas and fucking they way too fucking small. And once the game plan switch, where like coaches are too smart for that stupid shit now, how like they build the wall for Giannis and then they put like a 6'7", 6'8" nigga, just like we do in 2K. They put them niggas on them point guards. That shit get
Yup.
way difficult than the regular season. So I'm just saying this: I don't expect no superstar that shoots to have a better percentage in the playoffs than the season, because in the season it's to be 10 times easier.
I ain't gonna say that because we see people that who numbers go up in the
And I'm not saying
playoffs.
that
You
they don't. I'm just saying
Nah,
this.
I'm just like I don't agree with that. When my superstar, if nobody else, I expect his numbers to go up.
Shit,
My
Curry
super
every year
my
percentage is
number,
going down.
huh?
Every year, Steph Curry percentage in the playoffs and then here in the season went down.
That's exactly why they went and got KD.
This nigga.
Shit, that's exactly why they went and got KD.
It don't mean he played bad though. That nigga Steph Curry still played amazing.
Shit,
He That shit just ain't gonna be like the regular season.
but nah, this is one of the
Yeah.
things. My superstar, your numbers got to elevate. They can't go down. Like we done seen too many we shit. Jimmy Butler is a key example. He is a playoff riser. All of his shit, including 3 points percentage, goes up. Everything goes up, up, up.
Well, we do agree that Jimmy don't look that great during the season though, so it's not hard to go up. And I'm not saying disrespecting Jimmy, because Jimmy do be balling out during the playoffs, but it's not like my nigga put that same effort during the season. Like that nigga just be chilling. It be niggas like fucking Bam and what's the other nigga name? Hero. Hero
Tyler
lead
Tyler
niggas
Hero.
on. Yeah. It's like that nigga just be chilling most
Yeah,
of the damn.
you can say that, but I mean, his numbers. I mean,
But most niggas do shit. That's what LeBron couldn't do it these years. But that's what LeBron was doing, especially in
I
Cleveland.
know shit. That's what a lot shit. Kawhi does it. KD numbers go up. Giannis's numbers go up. Like it's people like my
Most of
superstar. I
the
need
time.
his numbers to go up.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, hell
But
no.
but we agree. But hold on. With that being said though, we did look up and seen that Donovan Mitchell numbers did go up. Just his 3-point shooting percentage was down.
Yeah,
All right, well shit, nigga. What more do you want from your superstar then?
fold it like a cheap tit.
Shit. Shit. Like
29%.
everything you said, he checked the damn box, but you want to pick on the 3-point percentage. I know you
Man,
fucking lying.
picking on everything. Plus and minus was trash. Everything trash. I ain't even bring up plus and minus. That shit trash too. Go look at that shit. But yeah, man, shit. It's been an hour and 30. I think I got off all I needed to get off. This has been another episode of the Cold Truth Podcast. I'm your boy Chris. That's DC. Until next time, man.